Hey guys, it's Dave from Diddy Drums. Welcome to the lesson on how to play Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers on drums. Now this is a song that's by Chad Smith, and Chad Smith is very creative, and this song is no exception. If you want to get the song sheet music that I've created for this lesson, you can get it from the description section below. Get yourself a copy, and otherwise we're going to get into the lesson, and I'm going to tell you that the song has two parts to it. You have the verse part, which is using the cross stick. But you also have the chorus section, which is using more the snare. Okay? So it's really two sections in this song. All right, now the intro part, it goes over 2 bars. Sounds like this. So what you can see I'm doing there is the hi-hat is going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's shoulder and then tip. If you can't do that, then it's fine just to go like that. But the Chad Smith sound is more or less using the shoulder than the tip. And then you'll notice that there's cross stick on every beat of the 1, 2, 3, 4, except the very first one. So once again. And yes, there's a little open of the hi-hat on the 4 and, okay? That's your intro. All right, then we get to verse 1 beat. Verse 1 beat is very simple. It's using the same idea we've already been doing, except the cross stick is only on the 2 and the 4, like this. So, just be sure to count that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, simple but very effective in this song. Then we have a 2-bar break that happens, and this is probably one of the more tricky parts of the song. Here's how it sounds. All right, so one way to simplify that is just to play the hi-hat pattern with the cross stick on the 2 and the 4, like this. Counting that, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But then you've also got the other cross sticks that happen on the in-between beats, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So notice the hi-hat cross stick part there. And then try and put it together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Remember the open hi-hat on the 4 and. That'll always get you. All right, now we get to the chorus beat, which is a 2-bar pattern, and here's how it sounds. So the easy thing about those 2 bars is the hi-hat and the snare drum. Go like this. Like that. But the tricky part is the bass drum, okay? Because the bass drum is different on each bar. And also on the very first beat, there's no bass drum, which is usually where you would have a bass drum, but there's nothing there. So here's how the 2 bars sound slowly. I recommend just getting the hand part first, and then you can have a go of adding the bass drum as well. Or one thing you might even want to try is just the hi-hat and the bass drum like this. and then go ahead and add the left hand. All right, the next section is the verse 2, which is really cool. Here is how it sounds. So that's a pretty cool part there. I'm sure you have a lot of fun practicing these parts. And I highly recommend getting yourself a copy of the sheet music. It's so much easier to learn when you can, see the music in front of you and play it that way. All right, the next section we have the chorus fill that happens, and it's basically just a little 3 and 4 and between the snare drum and the tom-tom. Here's how it sounds. Now, in the bar of that fill, on the count 3, there's even an open hi-hat that happens, and that can feel a bit different because the whole time up to that point, the hi-hat's been closed and then it opens up here. Watch again. Okay, now we're going to go to the bridge section of the song, no pun intended there. But the bridge section is now going to be on the ride cymbal. So we're no longer on the hi-hat, we're on the ride cymbal. And we're also going to be playing like the snare drum normally now, no longer playing the acrostic, okay? So the way I'm going to demonstrate it, I'm not going to be adding all the ghost notes. I'm going to keep it very simple, but you can add a lot of Chad Smith style ghost notes if you want to, okay? Here's the 8 bars that happens in the bridge. Here we go. So it's definitely a challenging section to play. Now, there's a lot going on there. Okay, each bar is pretty much different. So, again, I recommend getting the sheet music there and really kind of diving in and working out how to play it. But one thing to look at is the feel at the end. Okay, the last 2 bars, there's a crash cymbal on the count 1, but the very last bar sounds like this. All right, the last section we're going to look at is the outro. Now, the outro has 2 bars that repeat over and over for the most part. There's a few variations I'm going to show you, but if you get these 2 bars here, you've pretty much got the outro. Here's how it sounds. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 little variations that steer away from that main outro beat at a few times. So this one here, you'll notice has a snare drum on the 4 and da at the very end. Check it out. So the last part goes like this. Okay, outro variation number 2 is almost the same as the first beat, the main outro, but you'll notice it has 2 snare drums at the very end, like this. So you'll notice the last part of the last bar there goes 3, 4. Okay, and the last part we're going to look at is the outro fill, so the very end of the song, which sounds like this. So the last half of that second bar there goes 3, 4. Awesome, guys. Hope you got some value from the lesson. Be sure to like the video if you liked it and subscribe for more lessons like this on the channel. And be sure to get a copy of the sheet music if you want to practice it and get really good at this song. Awesome, guys. You are awesome. Thanks for watching. See you next time.